Steer and monitor progress with Rally's plan progression. Once you've created and committed to a capacity plan, the next step is to track its execution. It takes both skill and experience to account for the unknowable circumstances that can impact a plan in any direction. As a manager of outcomes, you need a source of truth about how a plan is progressing. If you're a program manager, a release train engineer, or a stakeholder for a feature you've been promised, Rally's plan progression page will show you how your delivery plan is rolling out at any point in time. Is there evidence of unplanned scope creep? Have the teams needed to remove work from scope? Is the organization on track to deliver everything that was promised? Rather than schedule meeting after meeting to track progress, you can use plan progression to find out quickly if your teams are on track to deliver, and if not, why. Please note that plan progression can only be used to display status and changes for the lowest level portfolio item of a plan. In this example, features. Check the status of your plan to make sure it's been moved from a draft to a published state. This usually happens after a plan has been reviewed and refined in the PI planning process and the stakeholders and delivery teams have committed to the plan. To find your plan, make sure your project scope is set to the level where your organization plans. In this case, I'll choose Acme Space because the capacity plan I'm tracking was created at this level. Go to Portfolio, Plan Progression. Then, select the Published Plan from the drop-down list to show the details of your plan's progress. At the top of the page, you'll see the plan overview containing the plan name and timeframe, the amount of work completed by story points as a percentage of total work, and the time elapsed in workdays. The plan tracker provides an indication of whether the teams are on track to complete their committed plan in the given time frame. The time elapsed progress bar should roughly match the percentage or progress of the work completed bar. In this example, only 56% of the planned work was completed within the entire planned time frame as defined by the start and end releases of the capacity plan. This organization may have underestimated risks or work effort. The plan progression page clearly shows which features were added, removed, and completed after a plan is published on the capacity planning page. The tabs under the Plan Overview section show you the total number of features in the plan, the number of features added, the number removed, and the number completed. To view the actual features in each category, select the appropriate tab. At the bottom of the page is the Program Increment Scope chart. This chart displays the baseline planned work and which of the work is in progress. The light gray represents the baseline work originally agreed upon in the plan. The dark gray represents work added to the baseline. Blue is work in progress. Green is complete, and the red stands for removed work. Ideally, the blue-green color should increase over time, representing that the work in the plan is on its way to completion. You may print or share this chart by selecting the gear icon to the right of the chart. Then select the action you want. The data available to you on the plan progression page will inform the questions you might ask in preparation for your next PI steering meeting. Dig into these questions with your product and engineering teams and you'll be well prepared to answer the requests from your stakeholders. Consider showing the plan progression page at your steering meeting to cue discussions and clarify status. After you've checked the status of your plan, visit the Learning Agile topics and Rally Online Help to discover more ways to remain on track in your next program increment.